tell us a little bit about LYTE Scholars.
So my name is Ankur Arya. I'm a teacher at Thomas Edison Charter School, but I'm also the founder of Leading Youth Through Empowerment, or LYTE. The mission of our program is to increase access to top-performing high schools in the state, and we really focus on lower-income communities and getting students from lower-income communities to apply to these top high schools, and we really push this through knowledge and leadership. So we have students who go to schools like Tower Hill, Tatnall. We have one who's choosing between St. E's and Salesianum, Ursuline. But we also partner with some of the top public schools and top public and charter programs in the state as well. This comes with a great deal of hard work. Our students stay after every single day for 2 hours to ensure that they can be academically ready for the tests that they have to take to get into these schools, but also the rigor that they're going to face in their upcoming years. So that's kind of a little breakdown of our program itself. We're opening, before we were just at Edison, but this summer for the first time, we're going to be opening to the Wilmington community.
Okay. Before we get to the summer program, introduce us to some of the scholars that are with you. Okay. But Jalen, we're going to start with you, okay? So tell us a little bit about your experience with LYTE Scholars.
Oh, well, it was really hard work.
Okay.
I had to stay like after every day for like 2 hours, work hard, but it was worth it. I really appreciate the program, and it helped me get into Tatnall.
Well, where were you for middle school?
Thomas Edison.
Okay. So you're at Thomas Edison and then through the program. Talk about going to Tatnall. Like, did you want to go to Tatnall? Was that,
yeah.
Okay. Tell us.
I really wanted to go to Tatnall because the atmosphere it felt like family. Like, I was used to that at Thomas Edison, and when I went there, it just kept going on, so that's why I chose Tatnall.
Okay. Now, after you matriculate through Tatnall for high school, what are your college aspirations?
I'm thinking about going to like Princeton and Harvard and top schools.
Okay.
Straight A student.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about your experiences. You have so many options, right?
Well, it was really good for me. And Mr. Arya, he really pushed me and helped me, and a lot of us, when we were going through the program.
Okay.
And we just like hard work, just like Jalen said, and we stay after a lot.
Are you at Thomas Edison now?
Yes.
Okay, so you're 8th grade at Thomas Edison, and what are your options as far as high school?
St. E's and Sally's is like my main 2 options right now.
And they've sent you letters already, so you just have to pick between.
Yes.
So you're like doing what high schoolers do for college and middle school.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. Tell us about your experience.
I think the program really helped me on the transition that I'm going to have to make from middle school to high school. Helped me because I know everything is not going to be the same. It's going to be harder and different. And
you're at Thomas Edison now?
Yes.
Okay. And where would you like to be going for high school?
I'm attending Tower Hill next year.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Okay. So you'll be at Tower Hill next year?
Yes.
Why Tower Hill? Why not Tatnall?
I liked when the classrooms were like very small. It was more of a one-on-one teaching experience.
Okay. And Destiny?
The program was like really helpful for me. All the long hours, working hard, because like when the tests came up, all the things that we learned in the program was like very helpful. That's it.
So you're in 8th grade also at Thomas Edison?
Yes.
And what are your high school options?
I'm attending Ursuline.
Oh, you'll be going to Ursuline?
Yes.
My goodness. I couldn't get into none of those. Well, some of them I couldn't get into, right? But I couldn't get into any of those leaving middle school, going into high school. So all of you guys talked about the rigor and it being really hard, which is like beyond hard, right? So talk to me about the program, like the math and the other things that are part of the program that may be challenging, but you guys stepped up to the challenge, whereas other students may say, oh, I'm not doing that program, I'm not staying after school for 2 hours. Why did you guys choose to make that investment? Some people may say sacrifice, but really it's an investment. As young people, you're making an investment into your academic future and ultimately, preparing yourself for adulthood and being very successful. So if I need a loan, I know I got 4 good candidates, right? So tell me about why you chose the program instead of just going home.
I chose because, like, I really wanted to, like, go to a top school because, like, all my family, they haven't gone to, like, a top school like I have. Like, I'm the first in my generation to, like, go to Tatnall. My family members have gone to, like, VOTEC schools.
Hey, I went to VOTEC. I'm joking.
And, like, they was like, yeah, you should do it. Like, it would be really good for you to, like, go to a top school.
Okay. Mr. Options?
Well, like when I was in the 7th grade, I seen like the older kids doing it, and like beginning of 8th grade, Mr. Arya was just telling me all about it, and it just made me help him. I mean, he helped me. Make him help me.
You might have said that right. Is that what you did?
Him help me and like get into schools that can help me, college prep and all that.
So, like the work, what is the work that you guys are doing after school for those 2 hours? Is it calculus? Is it trig? Well, like, what is it? Is it like a secret recipe? What is it?
But the math is really focused on Algebra 1, higher level concepts in Algebra 1, geometry, some 10th grade concepts as well, because students take the test from 9th through 11th grade, so it tests all 3 grade levels. But yes, a lot of Algebra 1 geometry, reading and writing is the main focus of our curriculum.
Okay. So did you guys have to like write long papers or?
Yeah, we had to write an essay.
Do I remember what the essay was about?
I remember doing an essay for Tatnall,
Okay.
and it was about the song "Eye of the Tiger"
Okay.
from
Rocky?
yeah.
All I know is from Rocky. So educate us on what it really means.
To me, it really meant like hard work and like fighting to the top.
Okay. So these are some students that have gone through the program that now have these academic options, and they all were at Thomas Edison, which is, again, one of the premier schools in the state of Delaware, in the city of Wilmington, and also in the 3rd Council District. And so talk to us about the expansion of the program, what the partner schools are for parents that may say, oh, my child doesn't go to Thomas Edison. What are the other partner schools as you enter into this summer program?
So this summer, we're actually going to be at Kumba Academy. So just because it's a little more central, we're going to have students, it's open to Wilmington, but a lot of students are going to be coming from Kumba, Prestige, Eastside, and Thomas Edison. But everyone is welcome to apply. We have the application online at LYTEscholars.org. That's LYTE scholars.org. So the summer program is really focused on ensuring that we get an early start for these rising 8th graders. So the current 7th graders who are going into 8th grade, we want them to have an early start, really see what these tests are like, what are they going to be exposed to in 9th grade. But we also have a rising 9th grade cohort. So these 3 will be part of our rising 9th grade cohort, which would really focus on concepts that they'll see in 9th grade. So we're going to have a rising 8th grade cohort, which can come from many of these schools, and it's open to Wilmington, and a rising 9th grade cohort.
Which is your existing group of students.
Yeah.
So if there are parents watching or grandparents watching whose students are at Kumba, Prestige, Thomas Edison, and Eastside Charter, 3 of the 4 are in the 3rd Council District. So with that, if your children are at one of those 4 schools, please contact LYTE Scholars about the program and how your rising 8th grader, meaning your current 7th grade student, can be engaged in their summer program. Talk to us about the summer program, how long the day is, what some parents may be able to expect.
Yeah, so our summer program is going to be 3 hours Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And the timing is going to look like it's going to actually be from 12 to 3. Okay. Now, the day is going to consist of, like we said, rigorous academic preparation. But in terms of we are also going to have some fun activities mixed in there. Like we're going to be at Wilmington Charter for about a week doing a fun science experiment. And I know a lot of students are looking forward to that. We chose Kumba, like we said, just because it's a little more central. People could take the city bus there. Students could take that. And students can even do the morning program, summer program at Kumba Academy and then do ours. Ours is a completely free program. You do have to pay to do the Kumba summer program, but after that, you're welcome to join us at Thomas Edison. At LYTE Scholars,
right.
Our program. So people are welcome to join there. It's from 12 to 3, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Now, I know this because we've talked and you've shared your personal story, and I got to see at last year's 8th grade graduation how much the students loved and appreciated you, and parents loved and appreciated you. And after I put some things on social media about you, I got cousins talking about how their children were in your class and you're great and wonderful. So, but tell us why you care so much that you began LYTE Scholars. What your experience was as a student and why you thought it was important to level the playing field.
So I grew up right outside of Philadelphia, right out by 69th Street. And I went to a Title I middle school myself with over 1,500 students inside the school, about 37 kids in a classroom, where not all of us had enough books. So I was able to receive a scholarship to the Episcopal Academy, and from there went on to Harvard College. And what I really saw was the difference in education that I received, and I really felt that since I had so many people along the way help me, I had my parents, teachers, who helped me along the way, I felt that I had a need to give back to a similar community, and that's why I came to Thomas Edison, and why I started the program is just to increase access, because the education that you receive is so important and so vital, because right now we're in a situation in Wilmington where or lower income communities in Delaware, where it's 1 out of every 10 students is graduating college in 4 years. And we really want to push back against that statistic. Our students in this program are going to really push back against that because they're attending these top schools. And I really wanted to share my experience to them. And what I tell them constantly is to give back. For example, Jaylyn came back to Thomas Edison last week just to come tutor our students. I had so many people help me along the way, and I really want to impart the message that we all need access to top educations and to give back to our communities. And we already have students that are doing that as well.
So I'm going to let you guys sell the program. There may be someone watching, there may be a student watching and say, I'm not trying to spend my summer doing all that work. I want you guys to pitch to them individually as to why it's a good investment. So I'll let you start.
Well, me being a high schooler, I think this is a great program. It will help you throughout your high school year. If I haven't done this and I just went to Tano, I think I would be struggling way more than I have. Beginning of the year, I was kind of iffy, but now I'm steady and I feel confident in what I'm doing. So I think this is a really good program.
Well, to me, you really don't gotta think. Just don't think about all the work you gotta do. Just do it, cause later on when you go to high school, it's gonna get more important. Cause I heard so many stories about high school being hard for some of our kids that left and went to high school.
Education has always been a main focus in my life, so I knew I had to attend this program. And when I got in, it wasn't that hard as I thought. I knew they would help me get into all the high schools and stuff that I went. They would help me apply myself and encourage me to do more stuff.
I think students should attend this program because it will prepare you for high school, And like especially in the summer, students tend to forget like what they learned the previous year. But if you do this program, like when you get to the schools, you'll be already prepared and you'll know what you're doing, be on top of your game, and stay focused.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you for being here with